There's this new way I've heard of, you know, like, I'm not a doctor, but I've been taking my temperature with my nail polish. Oh my God, I'm warm. This never happens. Oh, because I was just chugging tea. Makes sense. Mic is low. I think just audio music is high. There you go. La la la, can you hear me now? You have a fever? I probably have a fever. Yeah. You know, I think like this whole life, this world is just a fever dream. Like, what has happened? Do you know where you are? Do you know what year it is? Do you know what month it is? No. It's July? Whatever. You just applied guilty pleasure? Excellent. Well, welcome on in, everyone. It's Simply Stream Saturday. We're back to organized chaos. Oh, that's a good shade name. That's a good shade name too. Yeah, organized chaos. I like that. Okay. Well, since Simply Chaotic is sold out now, maybe I can do that. Name something else with chaos. Everything is fine. Really melting. Welcome to the mods. Welcome to the Menchie gang. Welcome to your cats, to your dogs, to your moms, everybody. Maybe a full chaotic collection. So I had an idea for that, but I shelved it. Like literally, it's on the shelf. It was just like, it was doing too much. Which I love, but yeah, no. Anyways, so I kind of snuck in Simply Chaotic, like that word for now. But Simply Funny Feeling is sold out soon. That's crazy. I know, Rosie. Okay, so I need to make sure nothing else is sold out. I don't think so. What has happened? What did you guys do? The collection box is sold out. That was a couple days ago. And then Simply Chaotic was, I think, just yesterday. What? And then Funny Feeling was this morning? Excuse me? Now, this is still the worst seller, but we made less of Funny Feeling because we predicted correctly that you guys would see yellow and be like, no. So we did make less of that one. So that's why it's sold out quicker than the others, because we made more of the others. However, Simply Chaotic, we made way more of, knowing that it's teal and purple, and those are like two of the most popular selling colors. But y'all just went super hard for it. So that I can't control. Super shout out to the warehouse and transport people. Got my collection on my doorstep on Thursday morning in the Netherlands. That's so cool. What temperature is it there? I have no idea. What's your climate like this time of year? Do you have summer? Still the worst seller? That's so funny to me. I know, it's so funny that this shade is the worst seller, but it's still sold out. So you know what? Justice for Funny Feeling. It did its job. It came. It had its moment. Enough people wanted it, and now it's gone. I'm in love with Deeply Superficial. Me too. I think she, like, that one's just so pretty and pink. If you just kind of want to keep it in the same pink palette and all you wear is pink, it's perfect. So yeah. Most of you guys will be getting your collection box next week. If not, some have already started showing up. That's amazing. So that's super exciting. I've been seeing people sharing manis already. I think the Discord is going to make a gallery. They're going to open it soon. Just waiting for, you know, more people to get their packages and such. But yeah, if you're in the Discord, there'll be a nail gallery open for thermal looks. That's always put together by the mods. But in case you haven't shopped the collection, too bad the box is sold out. You can't have it now. But there's 3 still in stock and the stickers. And I do think they're gonna go. Like, we don't have large quantities of what's left. So it's gonna be slim pickings. So in case you did get the box and you're like, oh my God, but I really want another one or something, then like this would be your one chance. Then that's it. That's all. Thank you very much. You know, get hot, get cold for a limited time only. Will there be restocking? Nope. There are no restocks on anything that we market as limited edition, with the rare footnote exception of being voted back by Holo Royalty. These won't be included in that. I'm just telling you right now. Yeah, they won't be. It'll be our other stuff, like what was in Holo Royalty launch and some other things maybe from the past. So we will not be restocking these, and they likely won't be in the vault either, just because we want to make sure that when you order them, you're getting them at like peak life. So we're not going to just hang on to them. So no. So now or never. With like a very small asterisk that I could be wrong and maybe they have fine pigments later, but I don't think so. That's not the plan. But I just, no. How about no? Let's just say no. Yeah, see y'all later, thermals, bye. No, I want you guys to enjoy them, and that's the goal, right? So get them. I know most of you already ordered anyways. Get them, enjoy them, play with them. I'm seeing people sharing them on Instagram. Make sure to tag me on Instagram too, not just Holo Taco, so I can reshare and repost. I've seen people doing gradients. I've seen people doing like crazy nail art with thermals. That's just so fun. And I'm like, wow, I would have done this 6 years ago when I was in my nail art days. Yeah, super cool. We want more thermals, maybe in the near future. I'm like really excited to see how people receive these, to see, you know, I think there's like some mixed reactions to any new formula that sounds complicated. Totally fair. You're like, I don't get it. How does it work? I don't want it to change colors. I only want one of the colors. Or I'm always cold. Or I live in a hot place and don't think that I will ever get cold. That's not true. Like, do you have air conditioning? When I say cold, it's not like freezing. It's just like, I don't know, your AC for most people. But anyways, I think we've really turned it around. I'm seeing nothing but rave reviews. People love it. So I'm going to keep waiting, let you guys marinate in the thermals. And then, you know, we will see about, I mean, we're already booked and busy. Like, we are done prototyping until like, we're out like a year. Yeah. We're already working on next year. So we can't put thermals in any earlier. Menchie! Hi! Come back! It's a baby. A baby's here to see you. But yeah, maybe in a year or so. Menchie! Thank you for visiting us. Imagine your cat could change colors with their temperature. What was that? Do it again. Menchie. Did you get that? Do it again. When you tap her butt, she goes, wah. Hey, little monkey. Yeah, imagine cats changing colors to show their mood. Okay, what are you doing? You gonna sit? There you go. Have a seat right on my mat, right in my work zone. Thank you. There's no typing for me today. Today we are labeling swatch sticks, because I have work to do. So, you know, join me, do work with me, watch me do work, and don't do work yourself. I don't care, but that's what I'm gonna do. I have a giant mess still to resolve in this room, and I feel like my inner peace won't be found until I do so. So I'm just gonna tell myself that that will be accomplished by finishing my swatch stick labeling and finishing my prototype shelf organization and getting all my other nail polishes and whatever the fuck is in the boxes behind you. Look behind you, there's like 87 boxes. Out and stored properly. I've lived here for like 3 months, 4 months. How long has it been, Menchie? Do you remember? Menchie's so big. Don't say that about her. She's a baby. She's 40 pounds. Actually, she's like 14 pounds. Beware the hot plate, Menchie. She's usually pretty smart until she's stupid. Don't worry, I'm supervising. Aaron L Thank you for the super chat. Just wanted to pop in and say I received my box yesterday. I can't wait to wear all of these back to the VOD squad for me. But hi chat. Hi chat. Hello chat. I don't like looking behind me. There's always a mess. This looks nice. This is like the one thing that looks nice. That's why it's behind me. Hi. Are you purring? Oh, do you have eye crusties? You didn't take off your mascara. It's okay. I'll give you a pic. Oh, she has some chin acne too. Here, we gotta wipe that clean. Ooh, no. Uh-oh. That's the space bar, monkey. Oh, monkey. It's okay. Yeah, there you go. She gets like these little acne pieces and they slightly bleed, just like a little. So we just gotta clean her up and make sure she stays clean because she's so dirty. She shows her fucking face in the litter and shit. Yeah. It's okay, let me just press it a little. There you go. This is her beauty routine. Good girl. See, that feels nice. Yeah, it's okay, monkey. Good girl. There you go. Just don't want it to be a little bleedy. Aw, there's one right there. There, we got it. She's so calm, though. She's a pretty good girl. She's very good at the vet. I mean, she just surrenders, basically. She doesn't want to be there. She hates it. She crawls into, like, my armpit. But if they need to do something, she'll just be like, do it! And I'm dying on the inside. So I'm just pressing her chin because she has a little bit of blood from her chin acne pickies. It's okay. And I just don't want it actively bleeding. But don't worry, she's okay. Just, there you go. She's a sweet girl. I'm just petting you. See, it feels nice. Good girl. You there, look at chat. You're so overexposed. Yes, there you go. There, we're giving you nice pets. Yeah, I swear, I needed a moment for my cat. Just take care. I'm a cat mom, okay? There you go. Good girl. She's gorgeous. This is her facial. You've seen those videos on Instagram Reels where they like give their dogs or cats facials? Crazy. I could probably do that with Menchie. Okay, I think we're good, okay, sweetie? You could. Oop, that's the space bar. How do you feel now, Mench? You look amazing. Doesn't she look beautiful? Thank you for coming to Simply Spa. Oh, I'm not playing Detroit Become Human. It's lying. I'll take it off if I can type. Menchie, can you turn that off for me? Turn off that chat bot. There we go. It's off. Well, grab your tea, grab your coffee, your water. What are you drinking? Do people drink tea as much as I do? We could do a poll. But describe in the chat what you're drinking, but I'll also do a poll for more easy data. Ciao, girly. An energy drink? I never drink energy drinks. I'm kind of scared of them. Is that like irrational? Because like I also drink tea and fucking whatever has caffeine. What are you drinking right now? Water / seltzer. I don't know. Something like that. Tea. I need more than 4. This is so boring because there's nothing option. Energy drink or other stimulant. If you're not drinking anything, you just can't answer this poll. Are you guys taking stimulants? Let me know. Let me know what kind. I'm always interested. I never got into energy drinks, which is probably a good thing. You know, like, why start now? I mean, I guess people do start when they're old. But I see them every time I go to the store. There's like energy, blah, 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 monster, rah, rah. And I'm just like, your branding scares me. Like, I don't want a monster ripping through my brain. Thank you. It's just, the advertising looks like it will give you nightmares. I don't know. For Monster Energy drink, not like the girly ones like Alani Nu or whatever. That's like, I'm a gym girly, drink this. But I don't know if I need this stimulation because I feel like I'm already like up here. S'mores flavored coffee with oat coffee creamer. I hate coffee, but that sounds so good, Emily. Oh my god, fuck. Every time I go into like a Bridgehead, it's like Starbucks but in Ottawa, and it's better. And they have like or maybe it's Starbucks, I can't remember. One of the places has like a brown sugar oat espresso something cold brew, and I'm like, that looks so good. And one time I tried to make Ben like order it. I'm like, Ben, can you please order this? It just looks amazing. I just want a sip. And then I tasted it, but it just tastes like coffee. And like, of course it would taste like coffee. It's fucking coffee. But I just, there's so many good drinks with fun flavors that they make with coffee or espresso that I can't have because I just hate coffee. But like, I know the answer. I know I'm not gonna like it, but it just sounds so good. Like what you just described. So s'mores coffee with oat creamer. I probably hate it, but love it in theory. Stimulants slow down the ADH brain, which is why I'm addicted to caffeine. What? I'm not a doctor. I'm not drinking tea. It's like 32 degrees. It's 32 degrees where I am. Also, you can drink cold tea. Have you heard of that? Iced tea? Cold tea. Iced tea? When I'm inside and there's air conditioning, like, I don't really care. Even when my computer heats up, which this room does get really hot, it's 22.5 degrees. I'll tell you what that is in Fahrenheit. 72.5. That's a little warm, but I like it like 22. I will drink tea in the summer heat. I don't care. Okay, let's see what are you drinking? 41% are staying hydrated. Good job. 21% are drinking tea like me. 27%, we got more coffee drinkers in here, damn. And 10% energy drink or other stimulant. Okay. I should try an energy drink just to like know what it does. You know what I mean? Like just out of curiosity. Just like some drugs I just want to try just to know what happens. I'm working at Hilton so I can make you a tea latte. Please, Christine, let me make you one. Hilton, like the hotel. There's like 8 million Hiltons around the world. I don't think there's one in Ottawa. There's not one here, so it can't be here. Whenever I go to the States and we ask them, like when we went to that fucking fancy ass spa that kicked us out, not just there, but like almost anywhere we've been, unless it's LA, I feel like they don't understand tea lattes. Is it like Americans? It depends. If you live in colder, like Vermont or whatever, like then you probably know, because I feel like it might be more common. But in the South and Florida, and they just like I asked them, I'm like, hey, can you make me a tea latte? But I don't mean like a powdered drink. Like I don't mean a matcha latte. I don't mean a powdered chai. No, I mean like a real tea bag, steeped half water, and then foam or froth the milk and pour it in just like you would make a coffee latte, but it's tea. And they're always confused. Like they don't get it. So last time they just gave me tea with like oat milk on the side. And I was like, okay. Oh, I don't mind. Like I'll put it in myself, but it wasn't frothed. I'm just like, you don't know what a tea latte is? Like I don't get it. I don't understand. Yeah, it's just like they don't get it. Maybe it's just chance where I went and that just like it just happens that the person working there just didn't understand. But I'm like, why is that? See, that is strange. Wait, what's strange? Am I strange? Or is America strange for not understanding a tea latte? Remember that Italian restaurant in New Jersey? The lady couldn't fathom a latte not having coffee. Yes, there's another example. That was the cheese place. Where they're just obsessed with cheese. They just put 8 pounds of cheese on everything. But yeah, I was like, yeah, like, so, and then I have to explain what a tea latte is. I'm like, and I get nervous, so I like don't want to. And then I'm just like, don't worry about it, just a tea bag. Do you have hot water? Because like I just feel nervous. But it's like, it's a lot, you know, the stress of having to explain that tea with frothed milk. Just like you would make a latte or a cappuccino, but tea. Starbucks does it. But even at Starbucks, you have to specify, I don't mean your powdered shit. I don't want your powdered tea. No, I want actual tea. I hate ordering a tea latte and they add coffee. Oh my God, I would literally die. I'd be like, woo, people are dumb. The doctor said so, so it's a fact. Mac, warm drinks actually fool your body into cooling down. Really? By the way, I love my thermal polishes. I'm stamping stuff on them while watching this. That's fun. Yeah, stamp a color that's similar to one of the colors. So that it's like invisible when it's that one state. Coffee culture in America is crazy. What does that mean? What's crazy? I want to know. What's the tea? I mean, what's the coffee? What's the kofifi? People love a dirty chai, but I don't understand it. That's like a chai latte with an espresso shot, right? My sister likes those because she drinks coffee. The chai latte in Starbucks is just syrup. Yeah, see? No, that's not what I want. If I have a chai tea latte, I want chai tea. Tea, not syrup. Teacher, I have a question. Who's a teacher? You or me? How is polish... Oh, me. Okay. How is polish made without drying out? It's exposed to air and not ruined. Especially small creators, but maybe you know about factory stuff. There's like a ton of fancy machines that I don't operate myself, and you would not want me to. Believe me. But yeah, I don't know. Climate controlled, a bunch of fucking people watching it, supervising, all that stuff. How it's filled matters too. There's a whole like assembly line format, storage. Yeah. When they mix it, like it goes in a closed thing, and then it's only like open temporarily to like, I don't know, take the fucking mixer out. That's just from me watching them mix it. But a bunch of fancy things that I'm not an engineer. Ben, more tea. I love. Is this a real tea latte? I was just delaying.
Extra coffee. It's a dirty tea latte.
No.
For my dirty girl.
No. Oh, it smells good though.
Also, whoever said American coffee culture is crazy. Americans don't know good coffee.
I'm sure somewhere they do.
Every time we go to America, it's hard to find good coffee.
Yeah, because
most people think good coffee is like pond
Starbucks.
water.
Pond water.
Awful. Starbucks, awful. I'm a coffee snob.
Okay. But you like this from Ottawa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Free promo. They're only in Ottawa. So.
Hello. All right, have fun.
Everyone's saying it's nuts, but like I don't know what that means. Why is it nuts? Because they don't know what they're doing? Because it's all garbage? Why is it nuts? Because they like make 8 million different drinks with 8 million flavors, and it's like, stop, just make your coffee taste good. What's a good coffee brand, Ben? He'll tell you this, but like that's not helpful because it's in Ottawa. He likes like little unique roasteries or whatever. I'm just gonna little mixy here. Like if you find a really good like one-off shop that knows what they're doing, he likes like a flat white, which I gather is harder to understand how to make because it's like smaller and more specific. And how you, like the temperature and all these things really matter. There's so much cat hair here. Menchie. Cheddar spa day. Now we have to clean up. But we were in, was it North Carolina? I can't, where have I gone? And there was a store that had like a bunch of interesting sounding tea lattes. And I was like, what? Wow, this is amazing. And they had like strawberry matcha and like, I don't know, like different types of London fogs. And that's what I'm always impressed with if I see more of that. Unfortunately, it was like just a bunch of, like it was way too sugary. They just put way too much of that in. And I was like, oh, I see. I do like the syrups, but I usually get like half sweet or if they just have a sugar-free one. But it's the tea that really matters for me. And sometimes the tea is like just like stock brand. If they're not using a loose leaf tea, I feel like that's kind of a sign that it's not going to be as quality tea. Not always. There's some really good teas that are in a bag. So not always. But I feel like the ones who are using loose leaf are a little more like they're the artist of it too, because you can also change like how much you put in it. You can make blends and that kind of thing, which is rare. Like there's not many stores that I see like literally put in like loose leaf. Very rare. Maybe I should just open a tea store. Just kidding. I don't have time, but you could all be invited in theory. Okay. Would you all come? I would convert you to tea. And 10% of you, I'll get you some stimulants. Okay. Who wants to party? Who wants to party with my brother? We're gonna go into your brother and make more labels. We're gonna get a status update too on what's been going on with my life. Still Menchie here. Oh, R.I.P. Simply Chaotic. It's too bad I'm wearing a sold out shade. All right, where are we? Guys, where are we? This is the only complete wheel. Oh, we're gonna add, get excited. We're gonna add the new collection, which will always be in its cold state on the wheel, right? Because when there's no body, there's no human skin attached to it, it's gonna be cold. So we gotta label these and then add them. Isn't that exciting? I know, it's riveting stuff. So let me just, I label them this way. I'm sad Simply Chaotic sold out. I mean, happy, I guess, because people want it. But I'm sad. Vanilla. Vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. Oops. Alright. Let's do Simply Chaotic. So if you're wondering what label maker I'm using, it's in the video description box. Amazon Prime days or whatever is over, so I'm of no help to you. I don't know. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Oops. Turn on your robots. Okay, I'll do all of them and then we will apply. Simply Chaotic because it's sold out. And then Funny Feeling. I almost got it backwards. That'd be so embarrassing. Simply, I bought the same label printer, and if you set it to auto cut and chain print, you don't waste that extra bit. Oh, well, it is on auto cut. But you're right. There's like a tiny little piece in between. Where's chain cut? I don't know what that is. I'm going to watch this back on VOD. Just want to check in and say, can't wait for my thermals. Yay! Currently wearing the retros as a substitute. Okay, let's predict which one's gonna sell out next. I think it's Rage Bait. And then, deeply superficial. This is a guess. Will you confirm my theory? Will sales confirm? We'll find out on this episode of Life. Then guilty pleasure. Actually shocked it hasn't sold out yet? You're shocked? But why? I mean, I think we made just enough. I'm glad. If they were all sold out like too fast, then people yell at me, right? We don't want that. We don't want people yelling. I always thought as long as people have like a reasonable chance, like for example, in the past, like our first launch, a lot of people had no chance. That's not fair. I agree. That's just, I mean, a lot of brands do that on purpose and give people no chance on purpose because it will actually elevate sales the next time they release it. But I don't like the intentionally no chance model. Sometimes you don't have a choice because you're limited by supply chain or demand was way more than you genuinely thought. But for me, as long as people have a reasonable chance, like it was there all weekend and maybe a couple days in the week, I feel like that's okay. And then if it sells out, yeah, I mean, they can't be around forever. If it's, you know, a limited edition or like a big event or whatever. But yeah, I'm satisfied with how this went down, I suppose. Good news. I slept on Funny Feeling and I already regret it. See, this is what you do. Okay, you gotta appreciate. Look, that's such a pretty teal. Look there. That's it. Chartreuse, limey kind of color. Some people think it's yellow. Well, this is what happens. You sleep on shit and then they become popular. That's the human brain psychology. It's weird, right? When people think they can't get something anymore, then they want it. Like, why do we do this to ourselves? Who's studying psychology? Answer. Yeah, but that's not exactly FOMO, because fear of missing out is in advance. That happens before the transaction has completed and it's gone. So it's an after effect, right? It's after the fact. You feel like a regret. So it's not a fear of missing out because that fear has been realized, so to speak. So I don't think those are the same types of things that go off in your brain, but what do I know? I mean, I remember studying this like 8 million years ago, but I couldn't remember exactly like what a fucking chapter that was. Name a shade FOMO? I don't think I would do that. I mean, okay, it's funny for like 5 seconds, but like, I don't know. I don't want to actually, like, I get it, it's ironic, and it'd be like, haha, that's so funny. But I just the same way we don't like making jokes about how you guys are going to spend all your money and you're going to have no money left. Like, I hate when brands do that to be relatable, but also simultaneously like, nope, we're just gonna fucking take all your money and don't care. Like, I don't like that style of marketing. So I feel like calling a shade name FOMO would be similar vibes. But I don't know. I do think I overthink these things sometimes. And maybe people would not care and just actually find it funny and be like, whatever, it's not a big deal. But, you know. Name the shade anti-FOMO and always keep it stocked. That's actually pretty funny. That's hilarious. Like, that I would do. Because that's, like, kind of the opposite. But I don't know if I could promise, like, anything forever. That'd be insane. Like that, you know. I don't know. Silly Munchkin is speaking facts. Where is Silly Munchkins? That's her fave swatch now, and it's currently white. It's actually not just white. There's reflective taco on it, but it was for something. Nothing new. Rename one coat black to anti-FOMO. There's my middle nail. You can't really tell, but there's reflective taco on it. Yeah, we're not gonna rename one coat black. Come on. You know, yeah, I want it forever, but can I promise it? I don't know, right? Okay, let's add them to the limited edition wheel. This is so exciting. Okay, so here's the wheel. And we're gonna put it beside Royalty. Royalty has Spyglass, which is gone now. R.I.P. So let's just, I don't care about the order. Actually, let's put the flakes together. So let's go like this. Yeah. This is so satisfying to complete the wheel. It's getting hard though, like to close it. Look, what am I gonna do? No, no. Oh my God, this struggle to not. Don't hurt your nail, guys. Oh my God. Okay, we did it. I might have to put them on. Like, I'll have to go like this and split it. Wow. Look at us. So again, they're always going to be in cold state, so you won't really know. Oh shit, you know what I didn't do? I could have added magnetic, not magnetic, I'm sorry, I'm reading this. Thermal, but then again, it's not really necessary. So for the magnetics, I wrote unmagnetized, but I didn't write magnetized if they were magnetized because like I found that obvious. And I don't really need to tell myself that these are thermal, so I feel like it's fine. But if you're doing this, maybe you forget. And you could write thermal. But there she is. All the limited edition shades, some of which are still around, some of which we kept, some of which were voted back. But most of them are gone. Don't be sad. Just enjoy the nail polish you had. You know, that's life. Life is just a box of nail polish. The tea, you know, the tea latte is good even when the latte part, like the foam, is like gone. Like it just looks like flat now. But it's still good. You're gonna have to start another limited edition ring. You know what? Maybe I will for like 2025. I could split it. I would add like 2024 on it maybe. Or this is kind of the max I feel for it to be usable. Right? Okay. So let's go to, let's see what else we have going on. So these are, I was almost done this one, so let's just complete this. This is where I got stuck because my label maker ran out of labeling. Like labeling theory. Speaking of psychology, well, that's sociology, I guess. Labeling theory is when you call things shit and then it realizes itself based on how you labeled it. That's not, I forget the better definition that you had to memorize for Soc 101. It's been a while. The blue shirt looks so good on you. Thank you. It's kind of royalty bluish now that I think about it. An OG Okay, so I gotta make labels for the frosted metals. So let's do that. So we have gift receipt. Gift receipt, like, is such a fucking beautiful shade. Just classic silver shiny, like, a little tinfoily. It stands out so much, and it's just quite, like, plain because there's no color. But it's, yeah. I really do like that. Bake date, RIP. Just put in my order, was on no spend this week, so had to wait. So sad to miss some, but got some others. You know, it's okay to be on a no spend or a self-imposed budget and not break it. Like, don't hate yourself, you know? It's gonna be okay. So I'm not talking to you because you already made your decision, but discipline is good in life. For whatever it is, you know, whether you're trying to get a project done or you're trying to stay healthy or you're managing your finances, whatever it is, it's okay to not worry about, like, missing out on something. I mean, I guess you can flip that depending on the context. That's a general statement that doesn't work in every situation. I get it. Foiled again. Should we bring this one back? Like, this was your green frosted metal, people. I'll show it to you in a second. Mint Money. Mint Money's much paler, so I don't really see them as the same. Let me just make sure. Did we complete everything else? I think so. Okay. I need discipline in saying no to too much work. That's another problem, Melon, that I have. I think I've gotten better, though. I've gotten much better. Yeah, I'm going to give myself a pat on the blue shirt back. I've gotten better at delegating things to people and being like, hey, why don't you try this? That doesn't change, like, that doesn't mean I don't have any work anymore. I still have to do all the high level stuff and make sure everything is going smoothly. But I think it helps. So we're gonna do them this way. Perfect for Xmas with favorite sister. Yes, let's review. So these are the frosted metals, in case you're like, what? I only came here because thermals. Well, too bad. We're going back to shiny Christmas colors. So we had foiled again and mint money. Ugh, absolutely stunning. This one's a much like richer green and a little more like tealy green. It's not teal, but it's leaning towards that. Whereas this is more like muted minty. The lighter the frosted metal, the more refractive or shiny they will be, because that's just like the definition of silver. Let's put them in order, kind of. Favorite sister though. Favorite sister. I love her. I mean, she is my favorite sister. Favorite sister is the best frosted metal. Jen did a good job, not gonna lie. Should we bring her back? So it would be these two coming back for seasonals. And then we'll have to evaluate though, because favorite sister has already been around for, this will be, is it 3 years? Can someone help fact check me? Honestly, where's my brain? Favorite sister came out, what year was it? It was my birthday launch, not last year because I was Cool Cat Mom. It was the year before, which was 2022, correct? So this will be its 3rd year. 3 years. Yeah, it'll be its 3rd year this year. Yeah, so she's maybe reaching her maximum lifespan. SEA fan since 15. Who's SEA? Who's C? I don't know who that is. Me? Is that not what? 15, 16. Bought deeply superficial. Since we're on the topic of tea, maybe tea Tariq? Pretty sweet, but hey, tea, right? I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up. I'm gonna just label my sister as the favorite so you all believe it. Yeah, it's gonna be a sad day when I tell Jen, you know what? You're not my favorite sister anymore. We're gonna have to retire you. Oh, SEA is Southeast Asia. Okay, got it. Tea Tariq is pulled tea. Cool. I don't know what that means. To pull a tea. Do you like tug on the leaves? Does it make them more like dense, like the tea? That's cool. Cheap champagne. Will red flake taco be coming back? I think so. Yeah, we're working on that now for any of the restocks for the seasonal shades. So as you remember, last year we phased out the Christmas with no H glitters because that had been 3 years. And now there's a few we have that could come back, which is foiled again, which is this green one. Favorite sister, the red frosted metal. Red flake taco, which is the red metallic foil flake taco, just like gold flake taco or rose gold, but red. And overshadowed. Don't forget overshadowed. And sacrificial lacquer, the red magnetic. Yeah. So what is that, 4 or 5? Those are all in the running to come back. Why retire seasonal shades? Well, they can't come back every year forever, you know? Especially if you have too many of them. It's just like not feasible to keep restocking around the same time of year when it's like the busiest time of year ever, by the way. So some of it's gonna have to get shelved eventually in order to introduce more seasonal shades. So they kind of, some phase in and some will phase out. And I do feel like after several years of returning, most people, I understand maybe not like the newest of customers, but most people like you guys who've probably been around for some time, like you've had it, you've enjoyed it, you know? Again, just, did you have a chance to get it? Yes. Did you come back next year and yeah, maybe it's still there. But in order for us to introduce more shades that are going to become seasonal, yeah, we're going to close off the return of some of the seasonal. And then it's kind of like some come in, some come out. Why though? Because there's too many to make. So if I'm telling the manufacturer to bring back 17 shades in November, and I have a holiday collection, they're gonna be like, girl, you need to narrow your choices. And then there's pigments that change over time. So if you notice, like some of these frosted metals, like especially Favorite Sister, like that one batch to batch is gonna look a bit different. Frosted metals are just that. They have pigments in them, like the silvery pigments that can change over time. And when we go back to the supplier, they might be a bit different. That's just always happens with that type of pigment. So those ones feel like a little bit harder to hold on to. And then there's the more general like numbers game where you just, if you have too many, how can we keep releasing new stuff when we're bringing back on other stuff? Like it's too much stress on the system. You know what I mean? Like you gotta narrow it. And that was also one of the reasons why the glitters were like, okay, it's time, you know. I love that you said last weekend, don't use the polishes. Sorry, don't buy the polishes to hoard them. Use them. If I don't finish a polish in the first year and I don't need to buy them again later one, okay, if they're discounted. So maybe my brain is not working, but I think I know what you're saying. You just like that I said use your nail polish. Yes. Mixed emotions restock? Nope. We will not be restocking. With a tiny asterisk, that probably won't happen. But as a data person, don't want to be caught lying. Could you do rainbow color restock drops? Like a few different yellow shades from Holo Taco in different formats, and the next drop a different color in the rainbow. You mean restocks? I don't want to just bring back everything that we've retired. Like, that defeats the purpose, and it's just annoying when people do that. So I try and keep that to a limited amount of times. I feel like there's a tolerance from customers. Like, you can do that sometimes when we do seasonal restocks or we have some things in the vault. But I'm not going to be like, this is limited edition. JK, 2 months later, and next year, and the next year, and the next year. It's always, all of it, 100% is coming back. Like, I'm not doing that. So, no. with deep respect, some of it I understand. You want it, especially when royalty votes. Then if we can do it, we will make some of it happen. But I'm not doing the business model that people do that you want, but you would hate. Because then you would just be mad at me when I lied. Even though it works. And that's how companies make more money off you. I've learned too much about the psychology of marketing. I hate it all. I need a shade called like Jaded, which is not in the works, detectives. Relax. It was a contender for something, but then we didn't end up using it because it was a better one. But that's how I feel sometimes about this. I feel like I've learned too much. I'm like, I wish I didn't know this. Life was more peaceful when I thought of it in this simple way. Okay, here we go. How long do the nail polishes last, and how many times can you use the nail polish thinner? That's a good question. So generally speaking, nail polish companies will tell you and should tell you that there is a shelf life of 12 to 24 months. However, in my personal experience as a nail polish user in the last 20 years, most polishes, depending on the pigment, pigments can change over time. So not all polishes, but like most polishes whose pigments don't change over time, like a regular crème, like these guys are super safe to make this statement, can last for several years as long as you store them correctly. So storing them out of the light, don't paint your nails in the sun, keep them in the dark, keep them generally like air climate controlled, like just in your house, air conditioning, and then you're fine. And then as they thicken over time, because you're doing air exposure, like every time you open a bottle, right? Every time you go to paint your nails, whoop, air's going in the bottle, right? For a little bit as you leave it uncapped. And then as you use nail polish up, the nail polish goes down, right? And then you have more square footage, whatever. More square footage of air is in your bottle. So as that happens, it makes the nail polish try and dry because there's air in very close proximity to it. Totally normal. That's always going to happen with a regular polish, but it will make the product a bit thicker over time. And you can restore that by putting a nail polish thinner in. So this is not acetone. It's not nail polish remover. There's no acetone in the ingredients. So ours is made of the same ingredients that are in our product, because you're basically putting back into the product what evaporated out of. And that's how you can refresh the polish to make it apply a bit smoother, thin it out a little bit, and basically allow yourself to extend the life of the nail polish for like a really, really long time. Like, I've had some of my polishes from Holo Taco for 5 years, like some of the early ones, and they're still good if I just add a bit of thinner. Now, footnote for some formulas that just have pigments that are going to change over time. So that's still going to be covered by any company that says like 12 to, 24 month, whatever. But generally speaking, like, you can keep using polish and there's no problem with it. It's different than like makeup. You know what I mean? Like, there's some makeup that's like has different cosmetic rules about it because it's like on your mouth or something that you could like ingest. So, or there's different ingredients in it that make it more sensitive to that, whereas this is like a lacquer in a bottle that goes on your nail. So it's a bit different. It's not like cottage cheese where if it says it's expired tomorrow, like, definitely don't eat it after that. It's not like that. It's a little more casual. That's an impressive amount of air in that bottle. So that was just my glossy taco. It's actually like half full, but when I tip it, it goes like that. But it is like half full glossy taco. And you can also add thinner to your taco. Do darker colors get thicker faster? It could be. It could be. The pigment in some of the darker ones might be heavier, and that's not always the case. Justice for frosted metals. I need more colors. They are beautiful. Thank you, Brianna. They are beautiful, but they are hard. They are tricky little dickies. Okay, we have 8 million crèmes that I haven't labeled. Oh my god, this will be a challenge. I've been trying to use my polishes more aggressively. I realized that I was becoming a hoarder, so I now remind myself, as was said before, that it was meant to be used. Yes, use your nail polish. And hey, even before I had my own brand, I had so much polish that I didn't use, but like an excessive amount. Like, okay, I know this is Holo Taco, but you remember in the past where it was like ridiculous amount of shelves. A lot of it that I bought before brands were sending it to me. Like, yes, I got a lot in PR too. But I understand what it's like to just want something you like in so many colors just to have the option, even if you're not going to use all of it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you have your favorite lip balm or something and you just use that lip balm all the fucking time. Or your favorite lipstick or lip gloss and you have one color and you're just like, I just want to use this one. But you kind of want the option. Like, what if you feel like a more red one or a more pink one, or like they came out with like a weird glitter one? Like, you want them. You know you're not going to use them routinely, but just having them is like part of the joy to look at your collection. Like, I get that because I am that. I do that with shirts, hoodies, earrings, nail polish, pre-Holo Taco, tumblers. I have tumblers in 87 colors. And yes, I know David's Tea has sent them to me, but like before that, I fucking bought them all. I am a collector too, but not just for the sake of collecting. I feel like I like to flip them out. So maybe that's some advice. Because, like, I'm not going to change your brain or your psychology, and that's okay. You know, we are who we are. You love colors. You love collecting, whatever. But what you could try and do is try and give time to a good distribution. Think of it like statistics, okay? These are all your nail polishes that you have on your shelf or your rack or whatever. Okay, and maybe you just like always gravitate towards the purple and the blues and throw a unicorn skin on them because like that's just your favorite look. Making a point to go in a different direction, to try something else or do a skittle or do a color combo that you wouldn't have thought of allows you to find value in your collection that you already have, right? Like, shop your own collection and challenge yourself to go with something that like you haven't used yet. You know, wear fucking yellow. This is my ploy actually to get everyone to start wearing yellow. Changing my polish once a week still makes me feel like I don't get to appreciate my collection. Really? I mean, I change my nail polish once a week. And I go through all of them. I guess it depends, like, if you wear Skittles. Wearing Skittles is really fun for me because then I can just wear a bunch of things, you know, Skittles or combos or whatever. This is like the one time I didn't do a Skittle on this hand. Skittle manis are my BFFs for feeling like I use everything, right? Yeah, so highly recommend Skittle manis or just shopping your collection, giving some time to things that you haven't used in a while, but you have. Okay, let's label my crèmes, not milky and white. Yes, you will have to do more Skittles. This is why I paint mine like every day. Gotta use what I have. Well, that's a lot of painting. I don't even paint my nails every day. I paint swatch wheels very often because of like prototyping and whatever. But even with prototypes, I can't paint my nails with them like every shade of. I get like 20 prototypes at a time or something. I can't paint my nails immediately with them all the time because I'm demoing stuff for you guys. I'm swatching the last collection or whatever. But I do like to try out combos and test things on wheels. But painting your nails every day is like a challenge. I wouldn't expect anyone to be doing that. I do mine every day or every other day. Really? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let's do a poll. How often does chat paint their nails? What the heck? I'm screaming at you. How often do you paint your nails? Okay. Let's start with once every 2+ weeks. Wait, I might have to change this. Once a week. And this is like roughly, okay? Roughly. A couple times a week, or every day, or every other day. There's no, I don't paint my nails, because we already know that's 10% of you, so just don't answer the poll. So I'm so demanding. Give me your data right now. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, keep answering. We'll let that simmer. So if you're here live, vote how often you guys paint your nails. And if you're on the VOD squad, what's up? No question for you. Just hi. I'm just kidding. You can write it in the comments section. How often you paint your nails. We did ask this question, actually. Like, we have this data from Holo Royalty from like 3 years ago. I just can't remember off the top of my head what the answer was. Royalty blue, like my shirt. Hope I'm getting all the hyphens right. Someone let me know if I'm wrong. See, I'm just looking at this. I'm going in order. And memory. Like, I don't have a list. But you can get a list. If you put !HT tracker in the chat, you can get a list. Board meeting. This is just a memory test. Okay, so you know how people do like the clock test for like Alzheimer's and whatever? My test will be, can I name all the Holo Taco shade names? Like, if one day I like can't remember one, like, you know that I have early signs. That'll be my test. Now, spelling is a different thing. Okay, no one knows how to spell anymore. There's no spell check on this app. No one knows how to spell or do math. Me neither, honestly. Gone are the days when I was a cashier and the till wasn't working. So I'd have to like count the change in my head and like know what to give the customer back. Yeah. Can't do that anymore. Yeah, right. You asked me to calculate change today? Absolutely not. Or read? Yeah, I don't know how to read anymore. Okay, I should start sticking because I have a big pile. I'm piling up. I'm piling up. Look at this. It's a pile. And then I'll take your pole. Whoop. Whoop. No! Pardon me. I couldn't survive without spell check. Me neither. Like, no shame. You know, it doesn't mean we're stupid. It just means that we're literally so used to having technology at our disposal to be able to just check our mistakes, and we're become so reliant on it. I wonder how spelling bees are these days. Like, are people just over time getting worse at spelling bees? Because like less people are spelling. We're just, nobody knows how to spell anymore. Okay, let's take a look at how often this chat paints their nails. How often do you paint your nails? 49% once a week. Okay, I'm in that category. Well, asterisks, unless I'm swatching. But if I'm not swatching, then I probably change them once a week. You know, usually on like, I don't know, Sunday, Monday, whatever. But 30% once every 2 weeks, so that's not often. And to me, this category probably cares less about chipping or wear, because I feel like once a week is like you're changing your mani before any of that's happening. For most people, like whatever, give or take your lifestyle, plus or minus 8 million things. But like if you're waiting over 2 weeks to change your nail polish, like you probably don't care that it's chipping. 17% a couple times a week. That's a lot, like regularly to do that. And 3% every day or every other day. Okay, see, that's not common. But there was a few chatters who were like, I paint my nails every day. That's crazy. Like, I just don't have time to do that. I paint on swatch wheels for work-related reasons, but cool. Very on topic conversation about the digital reliance and outage. Oh yeah, what happened? Like Microsoft got fucked? What? Bill Gates, what's happening? Tell me everything. So I swear, like I don't know anything about, I just saw in the news and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was worried because this is a PC. I'm a Mac user for everything else, so I was like, whatever, it doesn't affect me, I don't think. But then I realized, I'm like, fuck, I have a PC. So I came downstairs and turned this on just to make sure that it turned on and I was going to be able to stream today. So lucky for you, it did turn on. And here we are. But yeah, lots of people were affected. Oops, I did this the wrong way. It has to go this way. Flights got canceled. That's crazy. But some flights didn't. So what does that mean? That like some airlines aren't using that program or whatever? I don't know. This doesn't really have to be in order. I'm just sticking labels on, but someone pushed a bad update. Like, how does that even happen? Like, what the fuck? Come on, guys. You had one job. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about this. I have ADHD and it causes me to pick or peel my nail polish, so it's every few days for me, hence why I can never use gel. Is peely base a better solution? Because then you're not going to peel off your nail itself. Because if you pick or peel at like a regular base coat, you're probably picking off your natural nail, which you don't want to do. So I'd maybe think, if you're going to do that anyways, to just use peely base so that it comes off easier and you're not ruining your nail. But using nail oil will help peeling too. They did the update on a Friday too, going into the weekend, worst time. When do they normally do updates? I thought they did them at like 3 a.m. As a business analytics IT student, I'm so excited for the upcoming case studies on this disaster. Really? Oh my God. Someone's going to be very embarrassed. Somebody got fired. The program is allowed to access to modify booting sequence, which most other programs aren't allowed to, so it disturbed the way you log in. That's crazy. But like, has anyone's personal computer been affected? I just heard that like a lot of government workers, hey, it used to be me, like, you know, we all had Windows PCs or whatever. And then it was like, can't log in. Great. It's Friday. Peace. Like, you know, they're not that mad, some of them. Whenever there was a tech issue, I remember that being like, oh, the system's not working, which was actually like kind of frequent. Not maybe for this reason, but has anyone in the chat been affected on their personal computer? Or is it just like maybe your employer? Personal computers don't use big security software, so they're okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have some of that shit, but I guess not. Not the giant enterprise ones. It's just corporate. About half my company couldn't get into the computers. I unfortunately still could. Right, Dylan? That's what I mean. I was like, fuck, why is it working? It's just work. Unfortunately, your work computers were not affected. It's just, okay, so your personal shit was safe. It was maybe just your work. And I understand airlines and, you know, public services being down is incredibly frustrating. But when I first read the news, I was like, wait a second. What the fuck? Does that mean everyone with a fucking Windows computer is fucked? I'm like, how do I fix it? I was confused. But then I was like, thank God. Oh my God. Microsoft Outlook and Teams were not affected. Fuck, that's so sad. I hate Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams can die. Violence against Microsoft Teams. I'm sorry, but not. Okay? It's like literally the worst fucking thing ever to try and do a meeting on. I hate the galleries that doesn't even stick as a fucking gallery. And then like, why are my heads in this random weird thing that looks like we're singing at a campfire? I just want to see everyone's face the same size at the same time. I'm a Zoom girly, but I have experience using Microsoft Teams because that's what the government used and everyone hates it, so. But then you can kind of use the software as like an excuse. You're like, it's just not working today. It's just down, which it was. Like, I just can't screen share today. It's not happening. Or you can't tell if everyone's in the meeting. Like their faces. You're like, I can't see you. You're like, oh, it's frozen again. The Teams notification gives me so much anxiety. Yeah. I remember that. Or you know what I remember? Like during COVID, there'd be like COVID workplace work from home influencers who would show you tips and tricks about how to make your Zoom, or not Zoom, sorry, like your Microsoft Teams status appear like you're active, and like a way for you to make it look like you're still on your computer when you're not. That was a time, wasn't it? There was even a guy who shared a hack of like, he recorded himself on like a 10-minute loop, like is just a recording of him like acting like he's like listening or paying attention or taking notes. And then he added that as his video, his input camera, so that when he was on like an all hands, like an all staff meeting and like didn't need to talk, I guess, he just played that so that it looked like he was there, but really he was like, I don't know, wherever in his house. And I guess maybe he was still paying attention, like he had an ear, so that if he was called upon, like then he would show up and say something. But then I'm like, wait, wouldn't they see like a cut? But then again, Microsoft Teams is so unreliable that people probably just thought it was frozen. So as long as he was wearing the same clothes and like looked the same, then it'd be fine. But imagine you like forgot to switch your feed or something and you did it the next day. And then you're just like in a orange shirt. And then you're called on to talk, so you like click switch to my camera, and you're like in a totally different shirt. They'll be like, what? Be like, oh, Microsoft Teams is broken. It put me in another shirt. Yeah, okay. That was the only plus for COVID remote. A plus for some people, sure. You can turn off and on your camera. Yeah, I'm aware, but some people just leave it on, make it look like they're paying attention. You turn off the camera and say it broke. My camera's broken. Or my internet's so bad, so I can't have video today. So it's just audio, sorry. It's because you're like giving yourself a facial. You're shaving your legs in the background. My fave April Fool's joke is to use your background picture of your nail polish shelf on Teams, and everyone is amazed. Why is that April Fool's? Why can't that be your background every time? That's what we made them for. Your big team meetings, okay? There were so many meetings that they told us we were required to have the camera on. Really? I haven't worked, I mean, I'm older, so it makes sense. On average, not everyone, but generally in your career, I guess most people move up or whatever, so they're like less surveyed, depending on your line of work, of course. Exceptions, but that's not uncommon. So it's been a long time since I was working somewhere where I was under constant surveillance, and that was part of like, I don't know, just the system of how it worked. Like when I used to punch in, punch out, or, you know, when they would balance your till and like it's a reflection of your ability to count, or if you're stealing, or all these things. At least that's what I used to think of it as. Just an irrational fear that someone would think I'm stealing and I'm not. But yeah, punching in, punching out, that kind of thing, you know, depending on the job. So eventually when I was in the government, and then it's like salary, and like also your boss's behavior maybe isn't quite the same when you're working in a statistical nerdy area. They're not like watching you every 2 seconds. They're just like, did you finish the report? That's all I care about. So my more recent work experience is not in an area where I was like constantly being watched. So I never would have been told you have to keep the camera on if there was a reason I didn't. It'd be like, whatever. And an issue would have just arisen if I like wasn't doing work, right? Which is a work style I prefer. I don't want to fucking supervise people every 2 seconds and ask, how long did you take to pee? Like, no, it's annoying. I get why some workplaces do that, and especially with new new employees who are younger, it's like part of understanding the parameters of a workplace experience. At least that's what it was for me. Like, it kind of taught me things. I don't know. And then as I got older and responsible, I learned, you know, that I'd already had the discipline instilled in me. So then I just took that and moved forward. And then your boss isn't fucking micromanaging you anymore. Generally. I prefer a more relaxed work style. I don't want to be supervised. I don't want anyone looking at me ever, actually. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Why are you looking at me? I'm working. Look how much work I got done as we were just shit talking. Everyone's sharing stories. I need to read them. Yeah, my husband and I work for the same company and work at home. He's in data reporting. I'm people leadership, and it's two completely different worlds, right? Yeah. People leadership is that, like, you have to watch them all. And data, they don't look at anyone. They're just nerds there. As a non-smoker, I would want the same amount of break like the smokers, otherwise it's unfair. That is so true. Oh my God, I remember that. That's a good point, Melon. It's probably different now because I think just less people smoke. I remember looking at this, like, in Canada, specifically in Ottawa. I pulled up the StatsCan report on what proportion per CMA, Central Metropolitan Area, smoke daily. That's like one of the statistics we have in Canada. Hey, if you live in Canada, you can find that for your major city. Okay, it's available. And the last time I looked at it, it was like only 10% smoked daily in Ottawa. And sometimes they use these statistics for like public health things and condo board rules and things like that. They'll look to these things to understand if we change our smoking laws, how many people does it affect? So these numbers are really quite interesting to see it kind of go down over time. It's also good, like, for health reasons. But not many people smoke daily anymore, right? But 15 years ago, when I worked in my first government job, yeah, half the fucking office would leave for 20 minutes at a time, 5 times a day. And I never smoked, or I wasn't a smoker. And I'm just like, I'm just here working. Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, that is kind of annoying. But, you know, it's not that I think all the non-smokers should just get to, like, I'm just going to sit here for 20 minutes and not do work. Because, like, no, I'm on a roll. I would like to work. You know, like, I'm here. What am I going to do? Just sip tea for a total of an hour and a half? No, like, I'll have lunch when I have lunch. I think it's just, like, we made strange exceptions for people to, like, just let them go out for indefinite periods of time at their own discretion, like, just allowing them, they took longer than they actually needed to even smoke a cigarette. But I don't know, you could go down the rabbit hole of, like, getting into an argument about addiction and therefore they deserve the right to leave 5 times a day and smoke. But anyways, here we are, and it affects less and less people, so that's good. For many reasons, including health and well-being and secondhand smoke. Thank you. Okay. So, shouts out to anyone who quit smoking. I know that's not easy. And then I'm sure your colleagues or people around you appreciate it, because then you don't come back smelling like smoke. Maybe remote work has helped that too, because, like, no one has to deal with that. Unless it's you in your own house. But yeah, like, condo boards in Ottawa. Remember we were talking about condos or HOAs? Anyways, in the last decade, a lot of condo boards have decided to change their rules, right? Because, like, in some of them, maybe you could smoke in your unit. And then in others, it was like, no smoking in your unit, but you're allowed to smoke outside in a common area. And now there's some who are like, you're not even allowed to smoke outside in a common area. You have to get off the fucking property, because enough people voted saying they don't want that at all, because they want to enjoy the common area and not have it reek. It also like lowers value for some tenants or sales. That's the argument anyways. I'm just regurgitating the argument of why condos will like decide no. Because statistically, less and less people are daily smokers. So it's really just a reflection of how many people really need it and then how many people hate it. Because if you're not a smoker, it's not a selling point. It's the opposite of a selling point, right? That people smoke in the common areas, because then that means that you're like, oh, I won't be able to enjoy this then. I remember smelling it when I lived in the condo. That was when they allowed it in the common areas, not in your unit. It was never allowed in your unit in my condo. So as a non-smoker, I don't mind. But I remember seeing people very mad. Like, these are my rights. My rights are being taken away. So yeah. I'm live. It's a poison? Yeah, but people want to poison themselves, you know what I mean? And they're like, it's my right to poison myself. And you're just like, okay, you're gonna die. Okay. Just kidding. That's what? No, I had a friend growing up. So I do have compassion. Hello, empathy. I did party of one party. Fuck me. This is what happens. I did do party of one party. No! Don't worry. We'll redo it. Party of one party. Thank you. Thank you for catching that. Party of one purple. I had a friend growing up who was addicted to smoking, like nicotine, from a young age. And it was always really, really tough for her to quit. So, and I'm not sure she has fully. Don't worry, she's not here. But it's hard, you know, especially if you grew up with it. So that's why it's important for parents and the next generation, you know, to make it not cool, which I think it is finally not cool, right? Is it finally not cool? Because that's how you trick the children, okay? Well, not trick, but convince the children. If you make something not cool, then they're not going to want to do it because they want to be cool so bad, you know? People just want to be cool or whatever. So you know what you should do? You'd be like, smoking is so uncool. That's, no. But you know what's so Julia? Going to school. Do you think that'll work? Will that work on the iPad generation? I'm trying. Did I have a hyphen in high tea hibiscus? Yep. No, thank God. Okay. High tea hibiscus. Big doubt, but I wish it would. Fuck, why won't it work? Who is Julia? It's from... If I explain, does that undo it? I don't care. I'm a millennial who overanalyzes. I'm allowed to explain it. It's from a song by Charlie XCX. And in the song, she says something like, "That's so Julia." And it's in reference to Julia Fox, who you normies might know to have previously dated Kanye West. Dated. And then she was like, not anymore. And now she's just been doing provocative things and pushing boundaries for the ladies and saying things that sound really cool, says the Gen Z generation. I don't know. Uncut Gems. Yeah, that girl. That girl. So, Charlie XCX, which you probably know, right? The singer? She has a line in her song, her new song, about that Julia. It's good. Oh, that's so Julia. Like, as in, like, that's so cool and you're owning your shit and you're, like, being that girl or whatever. I don't know. Okay? I'm trying. Simply spilling the Gen Z generation. I'm just gonna give you the down low. That's such a millennial word. I can learn. Yeah, the brat lady is Charlie XCX. What do you think of vaping taking its place? I don't get vaping either, but like, I don't know. I'm too old now. I actually don't understand, to be totally honest. I don't even understand how the health factor changes. Like, I'm just not educated in it enough. I have heard that it maybe isn't as bad technically, but I don't know that I believe all that because I feel like some of that's marketing. But I actually have no idea. So I don't know. But like, it just kind of sucks. That's like, okay, why do we have to keep finding something that's cool to stick in our mouth and act like we're smoking, even if it's technically not as much smoke? I don't fucking know. Charlie XCX was seen as indie, but now she's more known. Yeah. Like Sabrina Carpenter, right? Who's now popping off. I like Tuvlo, who I don't know if people know her as much as like now they know Charlie XCX. I think Tuvlo is how you actually say it, from Sweden, I believe. Should collab with Charlie XCX. That would be the perfect track. That would be the perfect track. It's like super fun and dance with something super catchy. Love it. A little baddie. Tuvlo rules. I love Tuvlo. My new favorite song from, like, she just came out with, like, it was only like 4 songs. I don't know. Hopefully there's more coming. I can't remember. I love Busy Girl. That's the best song. It's so good. Busy Girl. Look it up, by Tuvlo. It's a dance song. It's you know, it's like when you go to the club but you're in your house. Like, that's what it is. They have a song together? Wait, what? Which one? Tuvlo reminds me of drugs. Well, that's because her biggest single ever that the normies remember is was called I'm So High, I think, or High on Drugs. So yeah, but she has a lot of songs that aren't about drugs. They had a song together called Bitches. They did? Did I miss that? What's it called? Okay, maybe I'm just blanking. Wow. Did I just foreshadow that even though it already happened? Like, they should definitely do a song together. Oh. What's it called? Which one? I gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh. That's her drug song. She has a song called Not on Drugs. This is also true. Because she was like, I'm not on drugs all the time. Whatever. It's called Out of My Head. Okay, fuck. I forgot. Wait, the doctor's in. Procrastination. Dr. Procrastination. Vaping is new, so long-term health effects aren't known. But the short-term effects aren't looking good. Paint your nails with mint mojito instead of the doctor's orders. Okay, procrastination is our resident doctor. I'm not just saying that. She went to med school. So everyone listen or die. But yeah, I guess like a lot of new things, you know, long-term effects aren't known. Like fucking Botox and fillers. Be careful out there. Party of one purple is this one. I'm in a weird order. Raylan Adam, I have every Holo Taco collection. These are my fave. Thank you. I bought doubles, and after trying them, I want triples. I'm obsessed. Please make more thermals. The colors are so unique. Thank you. Thank you so much. Great feedback. I love people loving the thermals. As a Nord, I'm highly entertained by how you pronounce Tuv. So I've heard her say like her name, but I feel like I'm not good at trying to reiterate how she says it, like the accurate Tuvalu, I think Tuvalu, but Tuvalu maybe. I know it's not correct, but as a very Canadian whatever, when I read how her letters fall, I just read Tuvlo, but I know that's not correct, so apologies. I'm sure she is fine, like she knows. Oh, I almost put this on the wrong one and fucked everything up. Pay attention in class. I don't know gifted memberships. Let us have a super chat. Yay, yeah, if you are a member, whether it was gifted to you or you got it yourself, you get one free green chat from Susan a month. Super cool. Any chance we can get a minty glitter polish? Congrats again on 5 years. I have an idea for something like that in the late future. Work Bestie. That's a good shade. I'm not giving a shout out to anything except Work Bestie today. Also because I like the name. And also Mint Mojito because the doctor said so, of course. But Work Bestie is such a nice, like, good, warm orchid. Bold creme. Nice. Okay, what's next? We have lavender, R.I.P. We're doing all the purples. Tuvelo. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm never gonna say it right. I'd have to like listen to her say it a few times, rehearse, and then get it. It's hard just to like read it out. I need an audible delivery to perfect. Actually, I'll never perfect it. More purples, please. Okay. Actually, just kidding. There's no purples next. There's not one purple in the next collection. NDA. You just got 2 purples, right? You got Simply Chaotic, goes to dark purple. Guilty Pleasure, purple to pink. You're good for a little bit. Yeah? The purple pleasers. The purple people can relax. You've been fed. You've been well fed. You had inside job, uncut gems. It would be so cool if you released these labels. Release them. In what form? You can make them yourself with a label maker, but that you have to buy. It's in my description box from Amazon. I feel like it'd be a nightmare to like make everyone do this. It would be a fun activity for some of you to do at home, but others would be like, make them for me. Like, why am I paying money to stick this on so tediously? Re-vaping, it's not just dying earlier. Not being able to breathe properly is so horrible. Yes. Not breathing sucks, except it doesn't suck because you're not even sucking in air if you can't breathe. Resting witch face. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. We have got all the purples. I'm going to take a quick pee out the tea break. So refill your tea, your water, your coffee. Maybe you've had enough coffee already though. Okay, 27%. Too much stimulants. Give me a minute and I will BRB. Let me know what ad you get. Can it be a Holo Taco one? Please let it be Holo Taco and I will BRB. To pour the rest of this in my cup so it gets hot. No! Why didn't you remind me? During the sale, I bought all the available purples. Yeah. Y'all purple hoes out there. I know you. I know you. Okay. Let's keep making labels. And then I'm going to have to organize it back in order that I can't remember. But I will refer to my shelves to put the crèmes in order. So we've got... what do you paint? Oops, hold on. I watched you since I was 16. I'm 26. Wait. You didn't see my face in 2014, though. So you watched my nails. At most, you watched my nails. I was at the mall the other day. I know. Ew, don't go there. Actually, I was trying to find bras and I realized that Victoria's Secret is closed. Like, at our mall in Ottawa, we used to have one and now it's just not there. And I was like, wait, what? Like, how, what? When did this happen? Anyways, I went in a different store that doesn't sell bras, but I got distracted. And there was a girl there who recognized me immediately. And she was like, no, it's not. She's like, why are you here? I'm like, I live here. She's like, oh yeah, you live in Ottawa. You still live in Ottawa? I'm like, yes. And then she was like, I used to watch you when I was in grade 3. This happens every time that I go out. Almost every time. I feel like I've told this story before, but this was just this week, so I haven't told you this particular one. And then she ended up selling me all the same clothes that she was wearing. I'm not even kidding. But I really liked them. I wasn't just influenced. And I think I just have the style of like someone in their 20s. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to wear cargo pants. Thank you. Like, that's okay. I used to wear cargo pants. I'm mad I gave most of them away 15 years ago because I would like them back. But anyways, she was like, I was in grade 3. It's like, how old are you in grade 3? But it's kind of funny being recognized now. I guess it's good that people still recognize me because it means I don't look that different. Because, like, if they just didn't, but they, like, would have remembered me if they saw, you know, what I looked like 10 years ago. Grade 3 is, like, 8 or 9. Oh, my God. Which makes sense because, like, now she's... I don't know, working at the mall, she seemed quite young, like maybe high school, maybe first year university. So that makes sense. But the same thing happened in Florida when I was in Florida. They're like, I watched you when I was 7 or something. You look very similar to yourself. That's good. Good thing I look like myself. I've been watching you for 8 years since I was 34 years old. I was a baby. Oh my God, I was a baby 34 years ago. 8 years ago too. Yeah. I remember, like, I was 26 when I got famous because that's when Polish Mountain hit. So that's old as far as like YouTube influencers standards are concerned. Like being 26 and famous on the internet, like you're old. Like you're not a 19-year-old TikToker. So I already felt like an old person on the internet, which I actually think has helped me because I never saw myself as like the hot young thing. Hot take. Hot take. I was never that thing. So, like, I didn't care, you know? I'm more indifferent to, like, getting older or whatever. Because no one really saw me, really, as, like, the hot new it girl. Because I wasn't. I know, I'm not trying to sound, like, self-deprecating. I'm just, like, no, practically speaking, though. Like, I was, like, some 26-year-old government worker. Like, whatever. So. The floor is guava. The floor is guava. That was an old meme. Wait, are 30s considered old? Not to normal humans, but to people who are obsessed with internet people and celebrity culture. Yeah, I think people do think that that's old for like being famous. You know, they're always looking for the hot new 19-year-old TikToker or whatever. It's just sad. That's how society works, and that's why you see like a bunch of 30-year-old influencers turning to procedures and etc. to try and look younger. Why do people want to look younger? Right? That's not a crazy question. Why? Answer it. Oh my God. why is my TikTok full of people saying, you should get Botox? Just kidding. It's not full of it. But it is kind of sad that that's like what I get fed because I'm a lady. Social media ruin the youth. Time will tell, won't it? I'm really curious because I feel like literally no one wants to hear someone 10 years older than them tell them how sad the new generation is. Nobody wants to hear that. So, therefore, I'm just really interested in 10, 15 years from now when Gen Z and Gen Alpha, let's say, like younger iPad children, they refer to them as, grow up. And they're like in their 20s, late 20s, and they've taken a few courses, or not courses, but sometimes you take a sociology class or a philosophy class and you're like, wow, what the fuck? That can, really wake people up to thinking about things differently. I'm interested in 10 to 15 years to see how this younger generation thinks about how they were raised. That's what I want to know. Instead of just my generation commenting on how terrible it is. You know what I mean? I want to wait and see and listen to their reflection. I know it'll be too late. And then they're going to say what the next generation should do and not do. And then no one's ever going to listen to them because no one listens to people older than them. But I'm interested. You know what's funny? I was going through my books the other day because we finally got a bookshelf. Anyways, we got a bookshelf, so I unpacked some books last night, and I found a book that I was assigned to read in a feminist theory class, I think. Actually, no, I think it was only like second year university. Never mind, it wasn't that. It was like a second year women's studies class, it was called at the time. And the book was Generation Me, M-E, by Jean Twenge. And I read it when I was younger in school, and from my memory it's basically about an older person writing about how fucked up what are now millennials were, because they were at the time the generation who wanted everything to be about themselves, right? It's all about me and where's my job and where's my car and my house and whatever. And I remember, like, in class, we were also kind of criticizing the author for doing, like, broad sweeping brush statements of generalizing against an entire generation. But, like, all the fucking students were that generation who was being criticized. So, like, yeah, that's going to be a reaction. I just find it interesting. I found that book that was about how the next generation is fucked, basically. And then now I find it, but it's about millennials. And you could write that same fucking book every decade, I think. Has anyone read that book? Like, we had to read it for school. It's called Generation Me. And it was about millennials. But now they're basically writing the same books about every other generation. Kind of funny. People don't realize a lot of Gen Z is getting decently older. Gen Alpha doing, yeah, that's why I'm kind of saying both, like Gen Alpha and the iPad children. The iPad children. Sounds like an interesting read. I actually didn't like the book. I thought it was kind of fucking like that's my memory of it, but I was also 19 when I read it, and I thought the author was very obnoxious. I wonder if I read it today as a 35-year-old lady, if I would see things differently. I probably would. It's all just perspective. I'm 26 and I'm Gen Z. I'm 35 and I'm Gen Z. That's so funny. Just kidding. Ginger snatched. I've been watching for almost 6 years. Jack Skellington Halloween video brought me here. I was 32. Point for the old people. That was a good makeup tutorial. Magical mustache. Was it spelt this way? See? I can't remember. Holo Taco. Magical mustache. Yes, it was spelt that way. Okay, just had to check. Do you still have the wig from that vid? Yes. 22 Gen Z here. I think unsupervised access to the internet was pretty bad for some. For who? Because there was also unsupervised access when I was a kid, depending on your parents. I guess it was harder though, because you had to like go on the family computer. But then your parents were too stupid because they didn't like understand cookies or search history. So it was very easy for me as a kid to like go look up shit and then know how to delete it because like my parents were too stupid. They just didn't know the tech. We always thought we were smarter than everyone who was older, which we were because we were the first ones kind of learning computers. Brownie points! Brownie points! Caroline, thank you so much for the super chat. Been collecting Holo Taco since launch, but I bit my nails because they're peeled and frayed. Started using Holo Taco oil pan in February. I now have long, beautiful nails. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Love the new collection. Glad I bought two boxes. Thank you. Okay, this is a reminder for everyone in the chat to oil your nails. Be like Caroline. Oil your nails. I'm doing it right now. Okay? Oil up. I think the large amount of millennials and early Gen Z were given unadulterated access to the internet. Yeah. I mean, I had unlimited access to the internet. I did, for sure. In part because my parents just didn't get it. But I turned out okay, you know, so. Sorry, actually, wait, let me refine that point. I did have unlimited access to whatever I wanted to look up and do, but I didn't have unlimited availability. So I didn't have a cell phone and wasn't on it 8 million hours a day because phones didn't work that well and it wasn't normalized yet. So even though I could look up whatever I wanted, I wasn't doing that all the time. So that's the difference. I got unrestricted internet access to IRC in 1999 and it was wild times. But with today's kids getting access to Insta and TikTok is even more wild. I know. And you'll just like hear, you know, like through the grapevine. I don't have that many friends who are parents. But the ones I have heard like of people who are, and they're just like, yeah, just give him the iPad. I don't know. I don't know anything about parenting or like whatever. But you know how parents just get like tired of raising children, you know, understandably. And then sometimes it's just easier to be like, here, do this. Shut up. Thank you. So I can exist. That's maybe part of it too. But, you know, I'm not gonna. I believe it that parenting is hard. That's why I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to hug. What? It fucking shut down. Come back. What the fuck? Don't hug I was going to say don't hug the child. Uh-oh. We've been affected by the shutdown. The media is literally designed to be addictive. It wasn't like that when millennials had access as kids. Yeah. And that was just a matter of time, right? Before, like, literally anything, like the way commercials work to condition you, even subliminally, to put that product in your mind, even if you don't buy it, and then convert you later. It's marketing. And it was only a matter of time before social media would become a tool for companies or people to just use it to get to you for whatever reason. People will optimize all tools at their disposal. Don't underestimate the human desire to want to optimize and take advantage of everything. Yeah, Simply, your stream is addictive and you're destroying kids with nail polish. Fuck. I'm just fucking everyone up. Okay, send me a bill. What's my bill? What do I owe? How much corruption did I do? It's been 10 years. I don't think I've done enough damage. What do you think? A 2% stake in Holo Taco? What? I can't give you all 2%. That there'd be nothing left. We'd be negative. You discovered porn at 10. That's just like such a random comment. Okay. How was it? Fun? Did you have a good time? Did you tell your parents? Did they discover that you discovered? R.I.P. to Matchmaker. We're getting all the crèmes done today. This is very satisfying. 10 Years of Corruption is a good shade name. It is, except, see, this is what I unfortunately have to do. I have to think of all the other possible interpretations that someone will ascribe to something and then hate me for it. And they would think it's like some reference to like political corruption or something, which is like, it wasn't, but it doesn't matter. So no, can't have that. Crime and punishment. Send us all the Polish Mountain bundle and we're good. Is that all it'll take? Is that my tax? I always thought ginger snatched had a dirty connotation. Okay, so we did argue about this. Okay. So obviously ginger snap is like a cookie, a thing. But the younger people on my team, snatched has become used in a different way than snatched was used to older millennials or Gen X, where there is a dirty interpretation, right? But now snatched has been co-opted and used, I think, in like more drag queen culture or just younger Gen Z now, because they just take them from them. And it's like, oh, you're so snatched, you know, like you look good. Your makeup is snatched. Your waist is snatched. Your hair is snatched. So that's where it's like more of a feel good term that isn't just about like something dirty, like, you know, whatever. What's between your legs if you lady. But we did argue about this, and I think it was Boomer Ben who was like, I think that's like means this, and then everyone else who is much younger was like, no. So we went with everyone else's vote. Yeah, snatched is like, yes, queen. Yeah. Today. But, you know, 20 years ago, no. So I get that. And I know some of the older crowd is going to, like, think a bit differently about a shade name. If there's different meaning, yeah, it's going to happen. Monstera. R.I.P. And the last one. The last crème. Bring me the teal. That's one of our best sellers still. That and I'm Over Brew. Like, released so long ago and still sell. Amazing. New shade name. Boomer Bam. If you want to learn a lot about the slang you hear today, the documentary Paris is Burning is fabulous. Huh. Okay, maybe I'll watch that. It's a good one. Snatched is the new on fleek. Oh my god, no one has said on fleek in like 8 million years. Crazy. Maybe for a good reason. That's so on fleek. Oh my god. I definitely used to say that. I remember saying that like at camp. Wait, does that make sense? Or no, was I in school? Can't remember. Can you make a polish like Bring Me the Teal, but in another formula? Okay. How about Teal No Lies, which is a metallic-y. There you go. I think it's even still in stock, but probably not forever. So, all right, I'm just gonna go randomly. Whatever I pick up from this, I have a pile. Teal No Lies is amazing. I had to get an extra. Okay, leave some for the others, Casey. Oh my god, hot take, my fave creme ever. Really? Cool. That's definitely a hot take. All right, let's do 1 million followers. RIP. Wow. Teal frosted metal. That Teal No Lies is very close to a frosted metal. Like the flake size is smaller and more uniform, but it already has that like metallic sheen. So I don't know if I would do that. Oops, I just peeled one that I don't have off the ring. Fuck. I gotta get it off the ring. How can you tell those two bright red ones apart? Well, in real life, I can discern the color a little bit better because I get more like my eyes can see better than this camera is projecting into the streaming software is projecting into your computer's screen or device screen and then into your eyes. So it's these two. So that's Left on Red, which is a bit deeper. That's Hot Take. And this is the Flora's Guava, which is more pinky corally, but the color is, yeah, they really all look the same on my computer. But in real life, I can see the depth more in this one. And then this one is more pinky corally, but it's just not really doing that. Some cameras, like, you know, it's a tricky dicky, but you have them at home. You know what I mean. You're like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, our human eyes are better than a camera. I found someone selling Brucey on Vinted. I don't know what that is. For $7. What? And I snatched that baby up. And she said she didn't like the color. And that's an absolute crime. That is an absolute crime. Send me her information. She's going to jail. Does anyone use the nail oil pen on their toenails? You should. I neglect it, but you definitely should oil your toenails too. Especially because your toes get nasty. And not just you. Everyone's toes get nasty. Let's be honest, okay? No one cares for their toes that much because nobody sees them. So if you think of it, if you remember, then yeah. Oiling those toenails will help keep them less crusty and nasty, you nasty feet people. Don't worry, me too. I still have on the pedicure that I got at the spa with Sophia. I'm still wearing Jam Session. Remember we brought Holo Taco to the spa when I went with Saf. Sorry, I'm trying to find ones that I have out in front of me. And I'm still wearing the same pedi. I find my pedicures last very long. I mean, we did this. Remember, I made a video years ago on how long will this pedi mat last? And it was 364 days until the very last chip, which is crazy. That's how long I committed to making that video and that experiment, but it's true. Now, that's with, you know, living half the year or more than half the year in winter and probably extremely rarely being barefooted or wearing sandals. Like, I mostly only wear regular shoes that are covered. So if you keep your feet in your socks, then your nail polish will probably last longer unless you sweat way too much, in which case the water buildup might cause some lifting, but I don't sweat that much. So I find my toenails can just fucking stay on forever, assuming I'm not wearing sandals, which I never really wear sandals, even in the summer here. I end up just preferring to put on a regular shoe. Flat feet problems. I love Indigo Away and would love a flaky version or a crushed hollow shimmer version Indigo Away in dark purple. Oh, that's a good idea. Lovely. Yeah, I love those. Wait, more purple? I just said we're not doing any purple in the next collection. I always take Holo Taco to my monthly pedicures. So many other patrons ask me about the colors and I get so many compliments. That's so cool. Yeah. I don't in my own time, like in Ottawa, go to nail salons or get a pedicure. It's just like, I don't know, if we're with friends or we're doing something or there was like some event and we happen to go to a spa, then I might take that opportunity to get a pedicure because like it's kind of nice for someone else to shave that shit off your feet, you know what I mean? So it was fun to go with Saf and get my toenails painted, but they are getting to a point now where it's been probably over a month that I'd like to redo them, but I'm like not gonna go to the spa here. Like, no, I need to be on a trip with someone else or whatever, and then I'll get my pedicure. Like, I don't even know where to get a pedicure in Ottawa. I know there's lots of places, just like every town and every city, but it's just like, I don't know, not part of my routine. It's just when I go on a trip or, you know, special event and now we're away and there's a spa and okay. I do my own pedis. Yeah, silly munchkins. I paint my own toenails too, but I also find it's nice to have someone else do the like paraffin wax. Fucking throw that shit on my whole body, please. I'm sure you could, but I've never done that. I love paraffin wax, where they dip your foot in hot wax and it burns. I love it. And then it feels so smooth. And then they kind of like shave your foot down with like a fucking thick emery board. Get the dry skin off. Like that stuff I don't really do myself, but I will paint my toenails and push my cuticles back. Like that's about it. The wax and the leg massage is the best part. Yeah, right? Like, I'm not going to do that to myself. I don't like how they cut my toenails at the salon. Well, you could tell them how to cut them. So whenever I go to, like, get a pedicure or whatever, I always say up front, hey, I'm good to have the cuticles pushed back, but please don't use any cuticle nippers or cut at the cuticle. And they go, okay. I've never had anyone, like, stab me anyways. But personally, I just don't want anyone cutting the skin off of my toenails, unless there's a big hangnail, that's different. But I don't cut any cuticles. I just oil, push back, keep it looking good, and then that's it. No need to cut. And decrease risk of injury or infection. And I don't like cutting skin because then it grows back differently and you kind of have to keep doing it. So, but that's just me. Orange sand. I only like dark colors on my toes, so I mixed Work Bestie left on red and one coat black for a dark purple. Not dark enough though. We need more. Yeah, I do want eventually that. What about Indigo Way? That's like literally the darkest purple ever. Come on now. How can people stand having someone else touch their feet? Let's ask the chat. Would you or do you enjoy a pedicure? Would you enjoy a pedicure? Because like even if you haven't had one or you don't get them often because life or whatever, which is fine. But like, would you enjoy a pedicure? And let's say you're allowed to tell, like in that you can tell them what you want them to do and not do. Like if you don't like being tickled, then just say that. They don't really tickle your feet. I feel like people have a wrong misconception. I've never felt tickled. Sometimes when they file your toenails, it's a little like, because they usually use an emery board and not a glass nail file, but it's fine because it's also for like hygiene. So they just want to be able to dispose of it, I guess, and not have to fucking clean it every time. So whatever. Sometimes when they like shave the bottom of my foot, I'm like, ah! But I appreciate the massage part because my feet hurt all the time because they are so flat. That and the exfoliation. Oh my God. I have so much dry skin. I am nasty. I could build a colony. I could build a fucking polished mountain. I could build a dead skin cell mountain. That'll be my next video. What do you think? It's just my skin type, okay? It's the Canadian white lady. Super dry. Flakes everywhere. Disgusting, I know. I'd spend $60 for a top tier pedi so my legs and feet get a really good massage. It helps with pain and loosening up muscles. Absolutely. There's tons of muscular and joint and whatever benefits to, you know, getting a little massage. A little rest and recovery for your little toe beans. Okay, I gotta find Oh My Gourd and Hot Take. Okay, here's Hot Take. Shoot, I paid $80. Wow, it's gonna be different depending on where you go, right? If you go to like a hotel and a spa, they're gonna charge you $120 or whatever. But if you go to like your local salon that kind of does this, then maybe it's more in the $60 to $80 range. Depends. Do they have a tourist premium? Do they have a guest premium? They do take advantage of that if it's out of towners. All right, I'm over, bro. There it is. I'm so glad we're gonna finish the crème wheel. No more procrastinating. I feel like I've been in the industry too long and don't trust any of the nail salons near me to properly clean their equipment. That's fair, especially if you've been in the industry and you've seen some shit, just like people who've worked in food and seen some shit. And they're like, I never want to eat anything anyone else made in a public fast food chain ever again. I had roommates who worked in food. I've seen things too. But I also understand, you know, like it took me a while even to get a pedicure from anywhere that wasn't me. But that's also kind of why I asked them not to use any sharp tools. Like only push back with like the gentle one, plastic or whatever, or wood stick is usually what they use because it's the most sanitary because they just throw it out. And I never get my cuticles cut, so. That's not to say like that I've zeroed my risk of contamination or whatever. infection, but I think it does decrease it, and it's just my comfort level. So yeah, if you want to feel a little bit better about it, like just ask them not to use any sharp objects, which is usually just like, don't cut my cuticles with a nipper. That's probably the biggest one. But some people even say don't clip my toenails at all, only use a file to bring them down. It might take a bit longer, but it's up to you, I think. Like, the client should be able to say, could you just do this? Could you just do this? And that's probably fine. I don't think those requests are unreasonable. And if you want to bring your own stuff, you could, unless they have rules against that. I actually have no idea. I brought my own nail polish, and they're like, sure. You know, they don't mind. I bring Holo Taco to the salon. I'm like, can you use this? And they're like, oh, this is so cool. Where's it from? I'm like, it's mine. Is low-key blushing retired? No. It's around. Okay. Chat and their feet. Let's see. Would chat enjoy a pedicure? 66% say yes, please. Okay, but 34% don't want their feet touched. That's fair. I used to never want anyone to touch my feet too. Like, I get it. Or get a massage. It took me a long time to like agree to get a professional like RMT, registered massage therapist massage. But I do think it is helpful for my back, which is aging. And the pedicure also same kind of thing. Like, it's nice just to get the skin cells and whatever. Just feels nice. And then it feels really nice in your socks later. You're just like, I'm so smooth. I basically have baby feet. It helps when it's someone you know. Yeah. That's nice. If you know any pedicurists, any nail techs. Is a pedicurist a thing, or no, it's just a nail tech? Imagine that you went into the career of just giving people foot rubs. Like, I would have questions. I mean, I guess there's like podiatry, right? Is that podiatry is the term for doctors who are into like foot health, who like make what's it called? Like orthotics. I saw a podiatrist once, and then I didn't listen to him, so I never went back. Did you see Susie's video on using gel over Holo Taco? She said not to use a base coat for curing reasons. I did not see that, but I don't use gel regularly. And I think the general best practices advice is to not mix them, but some people do. But like, I don't know, that's not my territory. But I mean, Susie is a licensed nail tech, so, you know, she can do things, you know. Yes, podiatrists can do a lot of things like orthotics and even surgery up to the knee. And then what happens at the knee? They're like, no, you, sir, podiatrist, please stop. You may not proceed to the highlighted route. Nope, you're at the knee now. Get back down. Go back down to the toes. There are foot nurses to give medical pedicures. Oh my God, where do I find one? Can I get a doctor for my feet? Guys, my feet are so flat. Please help me. It's true. Anytime I say that, someone's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then I show them and then they're like, oh, that's really fucking flat. Yeah. Like, I went to, I have a new physio, and I was explaining all my problems. And then I was like, yeah, and I have flat feet and one leg's longer than the other, whatever. So therefore my knees turn in and my fucking feet need to be pointed outwards all the time. And they're like, oh, okay, let's see. And then like I take my shoes off and then I like stand so you can see. And they're like, wow. And then I was like, yeah, I can clap them too. Do you want to see? And then he was like, no. I didn't say that. That would be a weird introduction. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. I have extra high arches and have the opposite problem. But like, so you look like a Barbie all the time, okay? I look like I was a doll iteration that was never released. I look like a rejected doll prototype because the feet just didn't come out of the mold properly. I'm a penguin and I got pink feet, but only one's pink. Extra points if you recall this extremely rare Simply reference. It's one of Ben's favorites. Please clap. I can clap my feet. I'm not kidding. Like if you lean back, you know how people would like lean back and do a pretzel? Well, I can't do that anymore, but I can go like this. I can do the Nicole Kidman clap with my feet. It's one of my many talents. That and girl, 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 girl. That's what you're here for, isn't it? I have duck feet and duck nails. That's right. I am talented. That's so Julia of me. Yeah. That's why you're still here 10 years later. You're like, that girl has unlimited talent. You can learn so many things from me. Okay, stay grounded. Stay grounded. I have tiny feet. I can still use my first baby heels I got when I was 12. What? So do you shop in the children's shoes section? Can I tell you that I am so jealous of kids' shoes? Every time I go to Florida, I go to like the Skechers store or fucking Rack Room Shoes or whatever. It's always very exciting for me, okay? Don't take away my joy. I love Skechers. They're very cozy. But the kids' Skechers and the kids' shoes section, oh! They have hollow. They have fucking cool colors and stripes. They have like rainbow on the heel part on the sneaker. They are so cool. Like, where is that for adults? I go to the adult section and it's like brown and lavender and white with maybe a purple stripe. And I'm just like, okay, like that's fine and beige of you, but can I get some funky colors? Can I get some contrast? Can I get a fucking rainbow? I have young taste in shoes. I really do. I'm always so annoyed when like I find a shoe I like and then it's like, well, you can get it in black, beige, or white. And I'm like, okay. So exciting. I always buy the black. You need a good black shoes, so I'm not complaining. Give me some black shoes, yes. I don't really wear white shoes because then they just get dirty, so that's annoying. But kids' shoes, man. I don't think, like, I have purchased kids' shoes in the past. I have light up holographic ones. They were kids' ones. And yeah, the biggest size sometimes will fit me, but not always. I also have very skinny feet though. Like I'm size 8 US ladies. So that's maybe a little bit big to try and fit in the biggest kids' shoes. But they're very skinny and there's no arch. So my foot is literally just this. It's just a fucking rectangle. I have rectangle, long, skinny rectangle feet. So kids' shoes I find are kind of wide. So if the brand makes wide and narrow, like Skechers does make a wide and then they're more standard, which are narrower, I will get the narrow ones and then they fit a lot better. So I do have trouble wearing some types of shoes because they're often too wide for me unless they have laces and I can cinch them up. Then they just fucking slide off my feet if they don't. Slip and slide. A women's size 6 is big kid size 6, so you could get kids? Okay, is that like the biggest size though of kids? Okay, these are the last of the crèmes. Yes. I'm 5'3" with a size 7.5 women's US. I don't think your height has anything to do with your shoe size, right? Does it? I actually don't know. I'm 5'4" with a size 8. Maybe there is a correlation. We have 2 data points. There's definitely a correlation. Sometimes I wear a 7.5 though because of the width issue. So in some shoes I'll be 7.5. Usually in like high heels, not that I wear those anymore, but when I used to like go out clubbing, you know, back in the day, I would have to buy high heels in a 7.5 so I don't fucking slide out of them. Which like my foot would just go forward through the high heel like stiletto pump every time. Like an open toe high heel sandal. Just my foot would go floop, floop, just going through over the course of the night. The doctor says, I don't think height and shoe size have to do with each other since sizes can vary between brands. Also that, yes. I don't even know why I have flat feet. Like, who in my family did this to me? Like, no one in my family has flat feet. It's kind of fucking annoying. Like, what's wrong with me? Why did I have to get them? My sister has normal feet. We're the same size, but she has an arch. We can't all be perfect like my favorite sister. Your right foot is flat? Wait, you only have one flat foot? So do you wear an orthotic in one side? I also have one leg that is longer. Thanks. So I actually put cork insoles in my shoes on one side. So my left leg is like half an inch shorter, which means my hips are like Shakira, but just one way the whole time. So to even out my shorter left leg, I put a little bit of cork insoles. Like I just buy them on Amazon. And then I put them under whatever insole comes in the shoe. So like I take out the Skechers insole and I put a fucking layer of cork on one side, and then I put the insole back. So like you can't really tell, but I put a lift in one side so my hips are closer to even. It doesn't fully correct it, but it's just a little less fucky. And that was by recommendation of physio over the years. But it's kind of funny. I put it on like one side. It's so my hips don't lie. Yeah, you know, my hips are always fucking lying. I gotta straighten them out. Someone loves Zyler. Zyler loves you too. My physio said I'm hypermobile. What does that mean? I won't calm down? He said I'm too stimulated. Stop your hips from lying. One of my friends used to do that for her different leg lengths. Then she had a double hip replacement. What? Is this in my future? Oh, fuck. Yeah. A lot, like, I was born this way. Song. And a lot of people are. It's weird. You know? Like, I didn't give myself flat feet over time. They were just like that. And one leg was just longer. Whatever. Hypermobile equals loose ligaments, allowing more movement in joints. Cool. We all learn this as we age. And we're like, why do I have only left lower back pain? And then they're like, well, actually, we can't fix you. I'm just kidding. It's already said. We've been talking about feet for an hour. Okay, well, this is great content. This is why you're here. So, you've been talking about feet. You've been listening to feet. You've been listening to feet talk for an hour. This is my new podcast with myself. Okay, podcast with Chat Go. What do you want? Topics include foot problems. Thanks, genetics. I love the unexpected feet chat. Okay, see, chat's a little freaky, a little foot freaky. You might have a collagen issue. Okay, Dr. Amy, can cause flat feet? No. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think that's correct. I was born with flat feet, and I was a baby, and I actually do take collagen. But not for my feet. It's not helping my feet. Nothing will help my feet. They will always stay flat. And the alignment stuff is also structural with how I was born. But it can get worse over time if you don't do anything to help. But from my understanding and listening to my medical experts, it's a lot of like physical, structural things to help level out the imbalance and strength to help compensate for structural deficiencies that you can't fix. Like I'm not going to change the length of one leg. That's not going to happen. My feet will always be flat. It doesn't matter if I chug collagen, you know? Which I do take anyways, because my dermatologist said to. And I was like, okay. But that's not for my feet. Okay, one more, and then we put it together. So many RIP shades in this sponge. I know, it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. This is why I see my uncle once a month at his chiropractic office. Next podcast topic: physio versus chiropractor. Fight. Go. I'm not gonna fight. I'm just gonna let you fight. I'm just gonna sit here and sip my tea. I love this tea even when it's like down to the last drop. I will sip every drop. I almost spat it out. If you break your feet, that could help the lack of arch. Yes, let's do that. I'm gonna go and I'm just be like, can you just break my foot? And just do this. Make me an arch. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just being dramatic. But people do have very polarizing opinions. So I've heard between physio and chiropractic. I've known people who've done some chiropractor and I don't know if it's helped them long term. It might have just exacerbated the problem. But it's very individual. Some people swear by it, but you have no control group. You literally can't compare to what you would be like if you didn't have one thing versus another because you don't know. Because you're either doing something or you're not doing something. I've only ever seen a physio, but I have lots of people who do chiro. I hope no one asked already, but could you leave your thermal swatchers in warm water on a mug warmer for a long time to make them stay the warm color? I don't know, but I would not recommend burning anything just for like your health and safety and like burning plastic. Don't do that. Oh, are you recommending it for my swatch sticks? Then I appreciate. I know what you're saying. I would take the risk. What's this, Ben? Oh This, I love this snack, schnickle schnackle. Look at my schnickle schnackle. What a weird pairing. These are little snacking cucumbers. Would you like a snack? We're at the spa. We're at the foot spa. Here you go. Here's a cucumber. They're cucumbers. They're actually called cucumbers. So they're tiny and they're little babies. Crunch. Cucumbers, not pickles. Pickles and mustard? No, that's my nighttime snack. Daytime is cucumber. You look amazing and should wear winter tones more often. What's a winter tone? Blue? Blue? Am I a winter? Am I a cool winter? I don't know what my color analysis would be. I feel like I could... No, that's a lie. I can't fit into every color. I feel like it's a... They just kind of say whatever you're reacting well to, you know what I mean? If you're like, ooh. Collection just arrived and acclimating. Love the box. Struggling, wanting to use them all. Amazing job as always. Thank you. You are 100% a winter. I definitely am a winter. I mean, I live in Canada, so. You look cool toned. You can see my veins sometimes. Maybe not right now. It's too blown out. But I'm often someone who you can like see literally like blue or purple like in my veins. It looks weird. Like I'm an alien, like trying to crack open through the human skin. Like a fucking chicken being birthed. Except I'm not yellow. I am pale ghost. You look cool. Thank you. Am I cool? You have green blood veins? Yeah, it's funny how different colors our blood is. No, just kidding. It's like our skin that's tinting the color. Okay, I'm gonna do this while I look here. And maybe I'll just say out loud how I'm doing it, but I have to find them. Okay, so 1 coat black. I'm gonna do the grays. I'm not listening to what I have there. That's the one exception. I want to put 1 coat black, gray, and white together because they're just neutral. 1 coat black, duct tape gray, not milky white. We can timestamp this for the order of my crèmes, in case you're wondering. Now I'm gonna go to color, and I'm using my wall as reference. So indigo away, and we might disagree on this, but that's fine. We could fight in the comments. Shady navy. Royalty blue. Suits me. Board meeting. I think it's, you know why, like, everyone's being so kind, thank you. It's because I went outside because the doctor said so. And cold slate is next. So I've gotten some sun. Isn't that incredible? You thought it would never happen, but here I am. I survived the sun. Always wear sunscreen. Scientific. But I've gotten some sun, so I think I look slightly more colorful. Like, I have way more freckles all over my arm. Look at that. It's easier to see, like, in the shade. Here, you can kind of see it better there. Too good to be blue. And then it's Bet blue. But yeah, I went outside, so like the skin changed a little. And now I have vitamins. I just read the chat. Now I have freckles though. I freckle a lot when I see the sun, as opposed to like tan. Perisocial, then lavender, serial killer, party one purple. Queen is no longer pale. Oh, I'm still pale. Does sunscreen bother your eyes? So I just wear sunscreen that I'm not allergic to. And I use like face cream that has sunscreen on my face. I don't put body sunscreen or sunscreen straight up on my face. I have to use face cream, like CeraVe face cream that has an SPF. Then I'm fine. Lavender. Oh, what did I just say? Serial killer. Party of one. Party. Love that we can tell your hand is cold now. Yeah, look, I'm cold now. What happened? Because I'm not chugging tea anymore. My tea is gone. Now I just have cold water. You wish that you got freckles? Really? I feel like people say that, but then they cover them all up in makeup if they have them, so. Resting witch face. I'm live. Nightshade. Work bestie. High tea hibiscus. What do you pink? Pinky swear. Sweet tooth. Faux freckles is a trend, right? Stop taking what's on my face and turning it into a trend. Crazy. Because for like a decade, no, 2 decades, I was conditioned to think my freckles were ugly. Like literally in grade school. People were like, ew, you have freckles. And now there's people fucking spray painting freckles on their face. Or there's makeup products that are called faux freckles. Wild. Not butter me up. It goes to low-key blushing and then brick wall. I turn into Lindsay Lohan in the sun. Yeah. But that's what people would make fun of me and her, right? She was called like freckle face. Kids are so mean. I'm over brew. And then left on red. Hot take. I hope I didn't miss one. I'm gonna be so mad. The floor is guava. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're back again. 1 melon followers. Rest in peach. Getting there. Butter me up. See y'all later, chai. And then is it, yeah, ginger snatched. Snatched. Dirty or not? Depends how old you are. Magical mustache. Did I forget stay grounded? Fuck, I forgot stay grounded. Okay, so it goes stay grounded. And then ginger snatched. And then magical mustache. And then brownie points. And then butterscotch hop. And then to the yellows. Banana hacks. Okay, I'll just put it on the other side. Banana medicine. Not pressed. I get such a scattered freckles look. I look like a dot-to-dot coloring book. That's what kind of happens to me. But like, there's like, see how there's like lots of dots right here? It just kind of looks like a line on my face. Like a fucking football player. I went like this. Ow. I'll be okay. Here for the payday. Yeah, my freckles are like in blotches. I don't know. I don't know if that means I need more sun to even it out, or I should have just never gone outside. One or the other. Matcha maker. Crime and punishment. Oh, no, no. See if I'm home. No, can I fit them all? No. Green screen. What did I do? Oh, because I don't have Monstera there. So I'll do Modest Moss. Monstera. Will I be able to close it? Bring me the teal. Uh-oh. Look how precarious this situation is. Oh, fuck yeah, bitches. I mean, whoa, don't gotta be so vulgar there, chat. That's a full ring. Look at her. Satisfying swatches by Simply. Completed in only 3 hours. All the Holo Taco crèmes to have ever existed. Isn't it incredible? Isn't she lovely? You can't release any more crèmes. Fuck. Yeah, we have to stop here. You want a cucumber? Do you want a protein ball? I like how Ben gave me this fucking... What is this? We're at a 5-star restaurant. Look, I made these. Do you like them? Do you want a protein ball? Here, I'll give you one. Open up. You have to share the same ball. Okay, I will describe the ball. There's oats, protein powder, and how it ends up tasting will depend on the powder. The flavor I used in this is a peanut butter cookie flavored protein powder. So it enhances the cookie and peanut butter taste. So large flake oats, peanut butter cookie protein powder. The brand I use is PE Science. Honey, organic peanut butter. It has to be really drippy and sticky for this to work. Pumpkin seeds, a couple goji berries, vanilla extract, hemp seeds, because we're all doing drugs, and like 2 tablespoons of like oat milk just to make it a little bit liquidy. You can use almond butter or whatever fucking butter. It doesn't matter. The red is a goji berry. Optional. Okay. And now you put it in your mouth. That's pretty good. I haven't made like them as balls in a while, but I find it's kind of nice just to like, if I just want one quickly, you know, instead of like eating a whole tub. Oh, no, I don't bake them. I literally just roll them into a ball and then put them in the fridge. That's it. It's not dry. It tastes moist and kind of wet. Not that wet. It's not dry. No. It's a bit squishy, see? The honey and the maple syrup. Not maple syrup, but you could use that instead. It's a bit squishy and it's cold because it's in the fridge. That's how you're supposed to eat it. There's so many ways to do this. I'm going to experiment now. I'm going to buy chia seeds. I'm going to buy coconut flakes. I really like the large coconut flakes. And I'm going to do a version with maple syrup instead of honey. I feel like there's too much honey in this one. But yeah, no baking, just rolling. And then you just make a bunch of them at once and then you can pop them. Pop them like it's hot. I'm like, I don't have time for breakfast, but I will eat this ball. Pretty good. We should do this on a Bakelogical. But there's no baking, so it's so easy. Like, it's too easy. It'll take me like 5 seconds. You could make a version with mini chocolate chips. You can put whatever the fuck you want. You can make chocolate versions. You can buy chocolate protein powder and just use that. And add cocoa nibs. It's basically like granola, but it's softer and squishier and cold. I like them cold. It's kind of refreshing. It's a little breakfast side dish or a snack for like any time of day. If you're like, I'm feeling a little hungry, but I don't want to make any food, I just eat this. Yeah, I have done overnight oats tutorial. This is kind of the same thing, but in balls, so you can share them with others. You can be like, would you like a ball? How do you get them to set without being too sticky? They are really fucking sticky. When you make them, it's disgusting. That's the one thing I hate, is that it gets under my nails. I hate it. But I did it. And it worked out, so hallelujah. But it's gonna be sticky, but then it just rolls into a nice ball. And then you just set them in the fridge, and then the fridge keeps them, so then they shouldn't fall apart. But again, it's just trial and error. Like if you put too much powder or dry stuff, then it's gonna fall apart. When did you start making those? This is the first time that I've made them in a long time. A long time ago, I made like the granola bark version of it. Didn't we do this on stream? Where you make like a big sheet and then you can cut it up. But I actually think the balls hold better. And the reason why I decided to just try making the balls is because Ben always buys the ball, like the protein balls from this place because they make their own. And they're really good. But like it's also really expensive to just keep buying like, you know, the snack. I'm like, I can figure out how to make those and then I can adapt it or make it a little more like I know what the ingredients are or whatever. So that was the first time that I've made them in recent history. And it worked out. Next time I think I would do less honey. It's like a little too overpowering in the honey. And I want to try one maybe that's not peanut butter. I'd do like an almond butter one. I feel like that would be good too. I want to do a chocolate one. Chocolate almond. Don't get me started. Gloves would definitely help. I thought about that. But the like latex gloves, would your protein balls taste like latex? Like if I'm rubbing the stuff in a latex glove, like would I taste it? Like I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. I just watched the granola Bakelogical. Yeah, it's like that, except I just rolled it into circles. There are food prep gloves? There are? Oh, okay. I should get some then. I would love that. Use nitrile? That's what I have for nail soaks. So I can use nitrile gloves, can I? I don't know. Maybe I'll check the label, see if they say they're food safe. Because yeah, I just wouldn't want it to taste like that or have like a weird residue. That'd be kind of disgusting. So when you roll it with your hands, do they taste like your hands? Yes, yeah, it tastes the same. So I fed it to Ben. The black ones are usually on I have the black ones. That's what I use for nail soaks. What do you dip them in yogurt, like in granola bars? You totally could, and then solidify them. You could dip them in like a semi-sweet chocolate dunk if you want to too. Have some fun with it. Or a white chocolate. You can make a white chocolate ball. You can make balls of whatever kind of balls you want, okay? No baking required. Literally no knowledge required. Just like throw in some shit. That's the only food I like. I like garbage bowls, garbage breakfast. Throw together some shit that you can't go wrong, really. Who cares if the proportions are a little bit off? Like, whatever. That's my style. All right. On the other hand, this needs to be perfect. And it is. So look at the progress we've done. I can't believe we made it. All the limited editions labeled. All of the crèmes labeled. This wheel, not done. We're missing a little bit on this shimmers plus miscellaneous. Magnetics, not done. So these aren't done. Linear hollows, we still have to do. All the toppers. Fuck, this will go on forever. This was done. This is glitters, chromes, etc. So, progress report done. Can I get an applause, please? Woo, yeah, woo, woo. Not done. Okay, we will get there. We're a little bit more than halfway. I'd say it's like 55%. What will we talk about next time? Feet? All right. I will let you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, or maybe you're doing that right now and you're on VOD or you're just hanging out, and appreciate you for hanging out with me and listening to me talk about whatever the fuck comes out of my mouth. So, yeah. I will see you all on Wednesday. I'm going to try and play a game with Ben. Wish me luck. It might last 20 minutes before I want to die. We will see. Because it's hard, and I'm not good at those games. But have a great rest of your weekend. Huge thank you to the mods, as always, and Menchie Gang. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your life. Just kidding. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.